Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to give you some of my best tips and hacks to use with your Instant Pot. The exciting thing about these is even if you have an Instant Pot, you may not know about quite a few of these. So let's just hop right in and get started. Tip number one, did you know that if you're using your Instant Pot, you can actually preheat it to make the heat up time go faster? So what I mean by this is, let's say you're going to be making oatmeal in your Instant Pot, or you're going to be steaming vegetables, and you need to get dinner on the table super quick. Well, obviously the Instant Pot makes them very, very quick, but if you want to make it even faster for the heat up time, all you have to do, put in your water, put in your trivet, and you can press saute. That's gonna heat up the water and get the pot started heating while you're chopping your vegetables, washing your vegetables, and then you can just toss them in there, go ahead and seal it, put your start pressure time, and it's gonna get up to pressure that much faster. My tip number two is also about the saute function. Now this, I think, is game changing. So did you know that you can actually change the temperature of your saute function? So you can actually go low, medium, or high on your saute setting. So if you're doing something like browning meat, or you're trying to fry something before you go ahead and cook it, maybe you're browning meat for your zuppa toscana soup, whatever you're doing, you can set how high you want it to saute, which I think is really important because sometimes you're actually sitting at the pot, you're stirring it, you're cooking it. Other times we're a little bit more distracted. Maybe we want it to be on the low heat, less likely to brown if we don't get to it to stir it as quickly. So I think this is a game changer. Also, if you're doing something that's a little bit more sensitive, you don't want it to get too hot too fast, that saute setting is really important. Tip number three is that the Instant Pot has its own built-in lid holder. I didn't know this for the longest time. When I first started actually filming my Instant Pot videos, I didn't even know that this was a thing until I had filmed a few, and I think my husband showed me. He's like, "Did you know that you can set the lid on the side?" And I was like, what? Yeah, you can totally use the side of the Instant Pot as a holder for your lid. I think it's so convenient, it's so smart, it can be used on both the left and right side of your Instant Pot. Life changed. My next tip is in regards to making yogurt in the Instant Pot. This is something that I found out recently, and it just simplifies it even more. It was already simple to do it in the Instant Pot, and I stopped making yogurt because it had been so complicated in the past. Once I got the Instant Pot, I've been making yogurt every single week. But what I found out is rather than heating the milk up in the pot using the saute button, you can actually press the yogurt button a couple times and it goes to a boil. And what that's doing is actually getting the temperature to the proper level. For me, I'm usually doing 180 degrees, but the pot keeps track of it itself. So it gets it to that heated temperature and then it'll move over to the yogurt function, which I think is so cool. You don't have to worry so much about continually checking the temperature, which is what I was doing before. It's just with the one button. Make sure you whisk it every couple of minutes. I've got a full video on how I make my yogurt using the Instant Pot. I've got a soy milk version as well as a dairy milk version, so you can check those out in my playlist, and I'll have those up in the cards. But it's just simplified it even more. It can all be done just with the one button. The last tip that I have for you guys is in regards to avoiding the burn warning on your Instant Pot. So a lot of times if you're making something like chicken thighs in the Instant Pot, you'll usually saute those in the beginning on both sides just to kind of brown them and add that good crispy flavor before you go ahead and put it under pressure and cook it quick. Now, once you do that, once you've browned everything, a lot of times there can be little browned bits on the bottom. And if you don't deglaze your pan before you cook them, sometimes it can do a burn warning. If the temperature actually gets too hot, things might be sticking. Your Instant Pot will time out and say burn warning, and it'll stop cooking. So my way of avoiding that is actually, once I'm done sauteing everything, what you can do is just either move your chicken thighs out of the pan or move them to the side. Dump in a little bit of water while it's still on the saute function, so it's hot. Add that in, do a quick scrape with your spatula. It'll get rid of all those little brown bits, and it does a really good job of deglazing everything. Of course, you can use water, you can use white wine, you could use a kind of juice, whatever you like, but it really quickly removes all those little brown bits, and it's a quick way to make a little sauce and add some flavor into your meal. So I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. Give it a thumbs up if you found it insightful. If you're looking for more of an Instant Pot 101 with a lot of the basics, how to use the machine, don't forget to check out my video up in the cards. And if you're looking for that soy milk or dairy milk yogurt recipe, those will also be there as well. Let me know your favorite thing to make in the Instant Pot, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!